10 comic moments the MCU needs to steal to fix the Hulk's on-screen story. The Hulk's journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been tumultuous to say the least, but the comics might proffer the perfect stories to fix his unfavorable depiction. Hulk started strong in the MCU timeline with the Incredible Hulk, yet somewhere along the way, the MCU turned one of its most compelling characters into comic relief. Smart Hulk was fun, briefly, but many agree that the rage, tragedy, and depth that define Hulk in the comics have been lost. Luckily, Hulk's comic book history is packed with storylines that could reignite his legacy. In Marvel Comics, Hulk has always been more than just a big green brute. Bruce Banner's tragic inner battles, Hulk's emotional complexity, and his wild, sometimes horrific adventures have made the character a constant favorite. Meanwhile, the MCU largely sidestepped that rich material after Avengers: Age of Ultron, smoothing Hulk's edges in favor of humor and science fiction spectacle. Furthermore, Hulk never received a sequel to his solo movie, The Incredible Hulk, and was largely relegated to supporting roles. One of the most haunting moments in Immortal Hulk came when Betty Ross, Bruce's longtime love, returned as the Red Harpy. After years of tragedy and transformation, Betty wasn't just another gamma-powered fighter, she was something far more monstrous and tragic. The MCU has underused Betty Ross since The Incredible Hulk, with Liv Tyler only recently returning for Captain America: Brave New World. Having Betty mutate into the Red Harpy would create an emotionally charged arc for both her and Bruce, giving the MCU a chance to explore the cost of gamma radiation on personal relationships. Bruce confronting the woman he loves in a form that's part terrifying beast, part vengeful spirit would be a compelling evolution of their story. It's the perfect way to deepen Hulk's emotional story while reintroducing horror elements that the character has always thrived on in the comics. The introduction of Red Hulk in Hulk rocked the Marvel Universe and gave fans a brutal new rivalry. Red Hulk, eventually revealed to be Thunderbolt Ross, combined raw strength with military cunning, making him a deadly foe for the original Hulk. A real Hulk versus Red Hulk battle in the MCU could be the epic showdown audiences have been waiting for, especially with Harrison Ford stepping into the role of Ross in Brave New World. The MCU has set the stage perfectly. Red Hulk's appearance would not only give Hulk a worthy opponent, but it could also reflect Bruce's personal demons. Fighting Ross, a man who's hated Hulk for years, would embody Bruce's struggle for acceptance and redemption. Plus, a real Hulk-on-Hulk slugfest would bring back the massive, world-shaking action sequences that made Hulk a legend in the first place. One of the biggest surprises in She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, was the sudden introduction of Scar, Hulk's son from the comics. However, the show barely touched on his origins and has not appeared in the MCU again since. In the comics, Scar's backstory is tragic and epic. He's the son of Hulk and Kyra, born during Hulk's time on the planet Sakaar. Raised in a savage world, Scar grows up believing he must kill his father to claim his destiny. The MCU desperately needs to flesh this out. Giving Scar a proper origin story would finally allow the MCU to explore the untapped potential of Hulk's Scar storyline, while deepening Bruce's character as a father forced to confront the sins of his past. Further interactions between Hulk and Scar could bring emotional drama, brutal action, and the cosmic scale that Phase 5 has been building toward. One of Hulk's most fascinating transformations came when Bruce Banner's fractured psyche gave rise to Joe Fixit, the Grey Hulk's cunning, morally ambiguous persona who worked as a Las Vegas enforcer. Unlike the savage Green Hulk, Mr. Fixit is intelligent, crafty, and operates in the shadows. Adapting this arc would give the MCU an opportunity to show off a completely different side of Bruce. After the relatively flat depiction of Smart Hulk, audiences are ready for a Hulk with some edge. Introducing Grey Hulk and Joe Fixit would allow Mark Ruffalo to stretch his performance, playing a more sarcastic, morally complex version of the character. Plus, it would open the door for noir-inspired stories that could blend crime, action, and psychological drama, giving Hulk a fresh setting far from the usual superhero formula. It's the reinvention the MCU's Hulk desperately needs.